everybody to Real Vision Avant. Did y'all know that today is day 30, January the 30th? We have been going at this for now. It'll be 30 days today. First of all, shout out to you. If you're an A1 Day One, go ahead and put it in the chat. Let me know that you've either been live with us since day one or you've watched all the replays. A1 Day Ones, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. I am so thrilled and so excited to be here because guess what? Today we have one more day after today, and we'll be selecting our grand prize winner. Now, I pray that our grand prize winner that is selected is actually there live because, again, you got to be there live. We only going to select one. So we're going to be selecting a grand prize winner for the flat screen TV, as well as a grand prize winner for the $1,000 giveaway. Guys, this is going to be huge. Now, also tomorrow we'll be going live right after our speaker and giving away, listen, y'all, we'll be giving away we'll be selecting 2 more names. So we will definitely be selecting 2 more names tomorrow after our live giveaway. Or after our live broadcast. So make sure, guys, make sure that you are there because you don't want to miss it. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and get into our speaker today. We have an incredible young lady that's going to be speaking, y'all. And so let me just, without further ado, just introduce her. Okay. Is that cool? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you Dr. Evangelist Bertha D. Winston, who is this distinguished financial expert, author, and global speaker. She hosted the Eagle King Kind radio broadcast on 1340 AM WYCB for 8 years and has been a dedicated member of Jesus Way Temple Christian Church for over 40 years, serving in multiple leadership roles. She co-owns the Pavilion all-exclusive event and conference center and leads Destined to Millions and the Winston Experience financial success companies. Featured on Forbes One, Author All Stars Magazine, Black Women Magazine, and major media like CBS, Fox News. She has also been honored as the 2024 Top Woman in Business and Ministry. Y'all, Dr. Bertha is doing her thing. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know. She is a best-selling author, and her works include Unshakable Faith, Like You've Never Been Hurt Before, and The Path to Financial Independence. In 2024, she received the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award and an honorary humanitarian doctorate. Now retired, she teaches financial independence and passive income strategies, inspiring others worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Evangelist Bertha D. Winston.
I am a mother. I am a wife. I am a grandmother. I am a great-grandmother. And I'm a dedicated financial coach where I encourage and empower individuals as well as families to become stable and independent in their finance. I have many years of experience and wisdom in teaching how to become financially successful. I enjoy teaching people how to be wealthy. My mission is to empower as many people as I can to become successfully financially and take control of their future. I have many years of experience and wisdom in teaching how to become financially successful. I enjoy teaching people how to be wealthy. My mission is to empower as many people as I can to become successfully financially and take control of their future. And I'm Dr. Evangelist Bertha Winston. Not all about me today, it's about helping you. And as she said, I just want to know in the chat, how many retirees do we have on the call? Put a number 1 in the chat if you are retired. I'm retired, so I can't do one. I can't multitask like y'all, because I'm that senior, so we don't know all that stuff like y'all. If you are planning on retiring, which I hope everybody is, put a 2 in the chat. All right. Okay. All right. So yeah, I hope that's what everybody's planning on doing. But before you do that, you got to make some decisions. So I am retired. I retired December 29, 1920, 2023. Wanted to retire earlier, but my finances wouldn't let me. So I had to work some strategies. I had to get myself out of debt. I had to make myself ready to retire. And it took me a little while because if you get in debt, you're not going to get out overnight. But did you know that 80% of retirees retire with too much debt? I'm going to say that again. 80% of retirees retire with too much debt. So then what happened? They end up having to go back to work. Some immediately after they retire, and some later on. But eventually they have to go back to work because they have more debt than they have money. So I help retirees and those who are planning on retiring eliminate debt, repair their credit, become debt free, become stress free. Because if you're debt free, you're stress free by using income shifting strategies to minimize your taxes, by having a business, by eliminating debt via cash flow manager tools, building great credit. You got to have great credit too, to a 750 plus with a special software, and which most people don't do, investment education. You got to invest your money somewhere because I come to the conclusion that you're going to make somebody rich, so why not yourself? So you can invest in stocks, bonds, 401(k), 401(k), TSA, even in real estate. You just got to invest your money somewhere. That's where I come in. So I empower people to take control of their finances and spending habits. Did you know that the United States is the highest consumer debts consumers in the world? The U.S. is the highest because if they put it out there, we gonna buy it. If they selling it, we gonna buy it. No matter what the cost, we gonna buy it. Well, we have to stop making other people rich and make ourselves rich. So how I start doing that, I use a 10-10-80 rule. I give God his 10%. If you're in church, you got to give your tithes. I pay myself 10%. That's where most of us don't take advantage of. You have to pay yourself. Because I come to the conclusion, I am the one working. Uncle Sam takes his first off the top. He don't ask me no questions. He don't ask you no question. He take it. So I say, okay, if you getting 10% of however much you take out of my out of my check, I need to be paying myself if I'm going to pay you. So you need to think about that. Look at your paycheck and think about how much money, and look at how much money Uncle Sam is taking from you, because he's taking a lot. If you're single, he's taking a whole lot. If you're married, it may not be as much. But that's where you have to minimize the taxes, by having a business. Because when you have a business, you are not taxed the same. You have write-offs that you can write off that Uncle Sam can't get. If you have a 401(k), 401(b), or TSA, you put that money aside so it's tax deferred. He can't touch that. So if you have a business, if you have a 401(k), if you're on a job today and you're not taking advantage of the 401(k) or 403(b) or TSA, you're leaving money on the table, because most time the jobs match whatever you put in. But when I got to the age of 62, I wasn't ready financially to retire. So I had to work a little longer. So sometimes you have to work a little longer in order to get what you need. So that's what I had to do. Took me a little longer. I hadn't planned to work as long as I did, but you got to do what you got to do. So I want you to start planning now. If you have a 401k, a 403b, TSA, I want you to max it out. It doesn't matter what age you are. You can max out at 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. You can max out anytime because that's deferred money that Uncle Sam will not touch. So, with that being said, I am going to share with you 3 tips or steps to help you move closer to your financial freedom. It took me a little. Why financial freedom matters? Oh, yeah, it matters. Because just financial freedom is about more than just having money to cover your bills or living comfortably. Because I came to the conclusion that if I have residual bills, which they come every month, and if you don't pay them, it's something going to get cut off. If I have residual bills, then I need some residual income. So the way you do that, you got to start doing some investing. You got to get an emergency fund. You have got to change your spending habits. So the first one we're going to talk about is having the right mindset. So I'm going to talk about 3. You got to have the right mindset. The journey to financial freedom starts with the mindset. The way you think about money can influence the way you earn, save, and invest it. So you got to develop the mindset that bring abundance, gratitude, and wise decision making. You got to have some wise decision making. So I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about this. Imagine being able to pursue your passions, travel, support your loved ones without any financial constraints. Think about that. Pursuing your passion, travel, and you can support the ones that you love without any financial constraint. If that's something you want to do, I want you to put a 2 in the chat. So when you change your mindset, that's the vision. And it's possible for each of you today. But you got to discipline yourself. You got to change your habits, spending habits, budget as to how much you're going to spend. And don't overspend. Because that gives you the ability to discipline yourself. This is what I got to put aside for that Christmas gift, and this is all I'm going. So you got to have the right mindset. Number 2, you got to have effective budget and a cash flow management. You got to manage your money. You see, you are not going to work your way to wealth. You're going to have to strategize your way to wealth. And that's where I come in. I teach people how to strategize their way to wealth via those tools I just talked to you about. And budgeting is your roadmap. I mean, hey, we think budget, most people say, okay, budget is a bad word, but it's not. A budget doesn't restrict you, it empowers you to take control of your money. I'm going to say that again. Budget doesn't restrict you, it empowers you to take control of your money because you got to know where your money is going. So I use this tool that I highly recommend. It's called Cash Flow Manager. It tracks where your money goes and it helps you identify areas to improve. So the Bible said, write the vision and make it plain. So you have to write down your expenses and see they are going. That's what I encourage you to do. And I work with that tool. So if you work with me, you're going to get that tool. And my third point is saving and investing wisely. So once you're in control of your cash flow, it's time to grow it. And that's where investing comes in. You should set a specific target, realistic and achievable goals, the goals that you want to achieve financially. And I will say again, think about investing long term, stocks, bonds, real estate, and annuities. All these things you can do because the Bible says he giveth you. Someone read that the first speaker. She said, "I'm just going to do part B of it." It says, Deuteronomy 8:18. God gives you power to gain wealth. You have the power, but you have to take control. You have to take the power. God give it to you, but you got to use it. And again, he said in Proverbs 22:7, the rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. So we're supposed to be the head and not the tail. We're supposed to be the lender and not the borrower. But we on the flip side. We're the borrower and not the lender. So we need to take control of our finance. Financial freedom is within your reach, and it starts with the steps that we're discussing. Having the right mindset, creating a budget, saving and investing, managing your debt. You have to manage your debt. You got to start somewhere. I love this quote. You don't have to be great to get started, but you do have to get started to be great. So if you're ready to get started taking control of your finances today, if you're ready to get your credit score from a 6 or a 750 plus to 800, put a 3 in the chat. Because we have to make some choices. If you keep doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same results. So today is the day that you start, or you should start, taking control of your finances. I'm going to give you this testimony about myself. At 62, I decided I wanted to retire. Was very planning on retiring. Well, when I looked at my financial situation, I was not prepared to retire. So that's when I had to start making strategies. I was living paycheck to paycheck, like some of you are. Put a 1 in the chat if you are. I didn't have no investments. I didn't have no emergency fund. Did you know that 50% of families don't even have $500 for emergencies? Well, that doesn't look good. And I want from today for you to start investing, getting an emergency fund, getting your credit right. These are things that we don't think about, but when you go to buy a car or you go to buy a home, they pull your credit report and they see that your credit score is 600 or 750, not even 750. You're going to pay more in interest. So today, I want you to start thinking about those steps that I gave you today. I want you to change your mindset about finances. I want you to start budgeting and cash flow manage your money. And also, I want you to start investing. So, when I decided that I was ready to retire financially, I started working these strategies. I started investing. I started an emergency fund. It took me a while, but again, if you fail to plan, then you obviously plan to fail. Remember, the path to financial freedom isn't a sprint, it's a journey. And you got to make that commitment that you want to be when you retire, you want to be debt free. So we talked about your passion about traveling. You want to travel. You want to, if you want to take care of the grandkids, that's up to you. You could do anything you want to do if you have the money. And the Bible also say money answers all things. And he also said he would that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul. So God want you to prosper. I thought about the talents in the book of Luke when God gave the talents to three individuals. Two of them invested their money and they got a return on their money. But the one buried his money and he didn't get any return on the master's money. So investing didn't start with the stock market. It started with God in the Bible. And if God said it, then it's all right for you to do it. And if he said you could prosper and be in health, then that's what he means. If he said he gave you power to gain wealth, then you have the power to gain wealth. But you got to do something. We look for God to do everything. God gave you power. He's not going against your will. So you got to make that decision that when I retire, I want to get out of debt. And I have this free book, ebook that I would like to offer to you. 7 practical tips on how to retire debt free. So you got to know how to do it and you got to start doing it. You can't just hear it, you got to be a doer of what you hear. All these great speakers that was on day, they gave us some valuable information. So I'm giving you some valuable information. And God doesn't hold you responsible for what you don't know. But once you know, then it's time to do something about it. And he wants you to do something about your finances. He wants you to be financially free so that you can take care of his kingdom, so you could travel, you could do anything you want to do. So, and think about your credit report. I call that your adult report card. So how does your report card look? Some of us don't even know what our credit score is. I have now a true emergency fund. I've paid off over $300,000 in debt. I have an 800 credit score, and I have several investments. I started 10 years ago, and now I'm financially set, and I want to help you get financially free, stress free, and become debt free. I am living my life. What's next for me is to travel, to continue writing. I am the author of 9 books and about to be the author of 10, traveling around the world with my books. Love like you've never been hurt, because we have all been hurt. We've all had setbacks. We've all had things that we wasn't very comfortable with, but you can renew yourself. You can redirect yourself, and you can become the best person that you can be. So what I'm doing, I'm enjoying my life. I'm enjoying teaching. I'm enjoying writing. I am enjoying what I do. So if there's something that you want to do it, because life is short. And I always tell people, you don't have to be great to get started, but you do have to get started to be great. So be your best great self in what God has commissioned you to do. And these are the things that I am doing that's making my life happy. And my best thing that I'm happy about doing is teaching the masses how to become financially successful. Because, as I always say, you cannot work your way to wealth. You have to strategize your way to wealth. So, start today becoming financially free, financially set, and get your financial house in order. People work with my company because they feel comfortable. They don't understand that they can be financially successful. When they come to us, we don't judge them. We take them by the hand and we just go take them through our systems. That's what makes our company different from other companies. We have systems in place that you can plug into to help you and teach you how to be successful financially. I had a young lady who was working a job and she decided she would take a buyout. Well, she took the buyout, and that really wasn't what she wanted to do because she really wasn't financially set to retire. But she took it anyway. She went through her 401k and she shared that with me. And see, I have helped people. I see things that people don't see, especially when it comes to financial and being in debt. She didn't know that there are system in place, that we had system in place where we could help her get out of debt. So after sharing that with me, I showed her how to work these strategies, and now she has become financially successful. That's what we do. We show people things that they don't understand about finances. Then I had this client named Robert. Robert came to us. He was living paycheck to paycheck. He was maxing out his credit cards. He didn't realize that there were systems that we had in place that could show him how to get out of debt. After Robert worked with us for about a year, Robert has paid off over $100,000 in debt. He has raised his credit score to a 700 plus, and Robert is on his way to being financially successful. So let me tell you about this other client that came to us. This other client named James who came to us, I showed him how he can be financially successful. After working with us, James is now a millionaire. He went into the dealership and bought 2 cars and paid cash for them. And that's why people work with us. We hold them by the hand. We show them strategies how they could become financially successful. And that's what we do. We don't judge them. They have a peace of mind. They see the strategies, and then they take control of their finances. And I am not going to say that you'll be a millionaire, but I can tell you this. Working with us, you will become financially free, and you will become debt-free. So what are you waiting for? Come work with us, and we will make you financially free. So live life on purpose and pursue your dreams, and don't let anything stop you from being the person that you want to be. Because God said we can do all things through Christ that strengthen us. Go with God, and he will always go with you. Trust him, and you will be successful in life.
All right. Well, y'all already know what to do. I mean, this is day 30. Go ahead and drop in the chat. Put one of your biggest takeaways from Dr. Bertha Winston. Okay. Please put it in the chat. I know that she impacted you just as much as she has impacted me. Y'all, let me tell you something. It is time. I don't care what age we are. We need to be positioning ourselves to be retired and debt-free. And also, just listening to her testimonial, it is never too late to get your financial success in order. So guys, make sure that y'all reach out to Dr. Evangelist Bertha D. Winston. Okay, make sure you do that. But also make sure that you do not forget to go over to the Facebook event chat. Put in your takeaway from today. Guys, I just want to let y'all know, and for anybody that's watching the replays, whether you're watching it in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, okay? How you doing? Listen, I hope that you have gotten so much from this. And tomorrow is our very last day. I feel like, oh my goodness, I'm going to have a little bit of some withdrawal challenges, okay? Because I've been with y'all. You guys been with me. We've been together for every single day. Every single day. So, anyways, y'all see me with my makeup on. Y'all see me with my makeup off because, listen, I do not put makeup on every day and I refuse. But, anyways, love you guys. Go ahead and put it in the Facebook event chat what you took away, and I will see everybody tomorrow live. Make sure you're plugged in and you are there. All right, you guys.